My name is Beth. Welcome to Tarkov PvE mode. I am mute, and this is my AI voice to help me talk. Today's plan is to try and find some raiders on reserve. Right off the hop, there's gunfire and grenades, so PMCs are probably over by the Knights. I'm taking a couple seconds to scan the usual spots where enemies like to hang out. I want to do it from here where there's easy cover in case a fight starts. I hate this spot the most, because if anyone decides to start shooting, you really have nowhere to go. In my head, I make a plan to duck in here in case someone pops out. Crunchies to my left. This isn't the best spot to be, but I don't hear anyone, so I take a quick peek. For scavs, check their backpacks and their pockets for worthwhile loot. Always look into this door. PMCs and scavs like to hide at the back of this hallway. I decide to go right and go check ST. This is a safe way to travel around Knights in PvE mode because the AI only come in here if you force them with a fight. Inside ST, I'm always looking for D60 mags, armor plates, and any decent ammo like BT or BP. There's also a 5x5 box you should always check because it has a chance of spawning good loot. Comtac 4s are a decent headset. I don't need them anymore, but they sell for around $75,000 on the flea. Someone will appreciate being able to get a set before they're available at the traders. Spartan Omegas are level 4 plates, but they weigh 4.5 kilograms. GA steel isn't much better at 3.4 kilograms. For level 4 protection, monoclete plates are much lighter at 1.3 kilograms and relatively cheap if you can barter the 2 press passes for them. Since I'm running level 5 and better armor these days, I don't bother with these. .45 BP. I remember as better penetration ammo. It has 45 penetration, which in PvE is more than enough to deal with the PMCs and scavs you'll find. The AI really likes to hang out in front of White Knight, so it's never a bad thing to give this area a good look before crossing. PMC call-out. It's time to fight. Be sure to wait a little and see if the PMC has a friend. More crunchies. Scavs are attracted to the sound of gunfire, especially around spawning areas. So keep on your toesies. Making another check for any PMCs that might still be in the building. So I panicked here. But after taking a peek at my health, I'm fine. Scav bullets don't have the penetration for level 4 armor. Their biggest threat is the high raw damage, so you can easily lose a limb if you just let them keep shooting at you. Always take the dog tags. But other than that, I don't see anything I particularly want on this boy. His friend will be trickier to check because it's in the open. On PMCs, the only loot is in their backpack. Everything else is take as you need it. I grab his gun just for a couple extra bucks, but I'm ready to drop it if anything more valuable comes along. Take a moment to stop and listen sometimes, especially before moving across big open spaces. I take the max energy just for a snack. Over here between King and Black Knight is another popular spot for PMCs and scavs. Big magazines are great because you can forget about them longer. The downside is, you forget about them longer and end up empty. I'm heading into King, so I want to be ready for a possible fight. These server racks have some decent tech spawns sometimes, so you should check them quickly as you walk by. Electric motors sell for around 100,000 on the flea, but they're heavy and take up 4 slots. If you're looking to go down into the bunker, look for this fence inside King. The stairs next to it lead you right down into the central area of the bunker. Be very careful here. In the center area, you can expect scavs, PMCs, and raiders. I decide to try being sneaky. And it pays off. But he has a friend. More scavs deeper in. Usually through this door. Scavs come in 3s, so with a quick peek, I feel pretty safe now. This second boy is a raider, so I killed only 2 of 3 scavs. And right on cue, in Tarkov, hearing is so important to keeping yourself safe. So now I'm paranoid. I listen for a long time, then decide to try and bait out anyone left with a shotgun. Nothing. So I check through this door. More nothing. Closing doors behind you gives you an extra second. You'll hear the enemies open it, and it delays them. Back to the raider. I need this backpack for a quest, so I fill it up with goodies and take it with me. The vest is also for the quest, and I spend way too long playing Tetris. I always try to get rid of any dead weight, even if it takes me a few seconds longer. I just have to turn on the power for the D2 exit. Once you hit the power, raiders can spawn, so always be ready for a fight. I hear the raiders. I like to make aggressive pushes, so I take the fight to them. You can see my vest put in work keeping me alive. If I could do it over, I'd have stayed closer to the edge of cover instead of walking straight out into them. We were just trading bullets and I had the better armor. There's much better ways to win fights like this. I've been looking for a Binti K to complete the So It Good quest, so I trade the rig for it. I see the drum mag and decide it's probably got better value than the shotgun. And a second bag will make up for the lost vest. Now, there's nothing left to do but get out. Once you're down these stairs, there's no more AI to worry about. So, you can take your time looting, or just sprint to the exit. A bit of free healing experience. This tunnel has motors, water, and air filters, so be sure to check on the ground as you pass. While we're waiting for the door to open, I'd like to thank the people who don't give me money. Regretro, Elsie, Professor, Alice, Angus, Gibby, Lorabin, Sony Pants, Hoggers, Wolfie, Spoon, Lowfolk, Gerald, Crimmy, Halo, Cappy, Mew, Mousy, Frankenbacon, and Tlallypop. Tony and Suki, you know what you did.